For the first time in my GT7 career, which is about 20 races or so, I found myself on pole position, the best position to win any race from. But little did I know that my fate, destiny, Nasheeb had planned a roller coaster ride for me. For this race, I had chosen the Toyota GR Supra race car and painted it with a Barbie livery. The race began and I immediately made my first mistake of the race. I gave up the pole position just so that I could have a reference car in front of me. And I thought, it's just one car, what could go wrong? But then that one car changed into 3 cars and I found myself in 5th place, even before the lap ended. No, God! My master plan was not master planning very well. While all of this was happening at the front of the pack, there was one guy making his way from behind. And it was this guy. Out of all the Group 4 cars, he chose a Swift and he was gaining positions with it. He definitely had some pace, no doubt about that. And now if you're thinking, okay, there is a guy in a race car who is fast, nothing special about this guy. But what if I tell you that he is the antagonist of every lobby? He is the villain of Gran Turismo, the F in filth and the D in dirty. Yes, we'll get back to that. But for now, let's just jump back to my own race, and as soon as we do that, I'm going to make a mistake and lose the position to existentialist. By the time I could recover, I had fallen down 10 positions. But it was a long race and I still had chance to gain at least a podium by the end. So I put my head down and went into the zone. This is not going to be a video about how I lost my pole position. This video is going to be about the greatest comeback of all times. On lap 3 itself, I managed to pressurize a driver in front. He made a mistake and boom, that position was mine. Just around the corner, yet another driver was facing the wrong way. Yet another position gained. Now fortunately, there was a group of 4 cars who was fighting among themselves and they were not far away from me. So by the end of this lap, I had overtaken 2 of them in a single corner. The best move I could have pulled off. Yeah, of course it was not the cleanest of the overtakes, but hey, this is the bottom split. These kind of things are common here. Halfway through lap 4, I gained enough distance to perform a dive bomb on this car and I was now behind Existentialist. At the start of lap 5, he seems to be swerving around a lot and in just a couple of corners I had gained a lot of distance on him. In this sector I was a bit confused as to why he was driving so slow. At least it seemed like he was driving so slow. It was clear that this guy had pace, but the amount of distance I had gained on him in the previous few turns was making me a bit suspicious. I felt as if he was driving slowly on purpose, but I continued to race clean and so did he for now. The first couple of corners are his weakest corners, and so on lap 6, by the time we reached the tunnel, I was very close to him. And under that pressure, he makes a mistake. I try to make the best of it and squeeze through the gap. But it was clear at this point that he was ready to fight to keep his position, and ram! He bumps into me. But I'm Supra, bitch. He rams into me again. I start getting a little annoyed now. So I back off. Until I figure out how I am going to overtake him, I'll stay behind him. On the next lap, I was still on his tail and his driving and brake checking was getting to my nerves. I was losing my patience. The urge to just ram him out of my way took over and I did not brake for this turn. Usually I don't ram into people, but he was getting on my nerves. And at the next turn, I took aim and took a shot. Bang! He was pushed out of the way. And at that exact moment, Gran Turismo penalty system woke up from hypersleep and gave me a 2-second penalty. This guy was for the past 2 laps ramming into me, playing dirty, brake checking me, and I am the one getting a penalty. On this straight, I easily go past him and he lets me pass. Because he's probably laughing his ass off looking at the 2-second penalty I have gotten. Before the start of lap 8, we both serve a penalty. And after that, something inside me just breaks. By the time the race ended, I had fallen down to 10th position. So now the question is, who is to blame here? Is it me? Is it all my fault? Is it the existentialist who is to be blamed? Or is it the penalty system who lets players like existentialists exist in this game? Let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts, and if you have enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and if you want to see such kind of content, then subscribe.